you've been thinking about doing Airbnb in Brevard County, Florida, or just anywhere in Florida in general, let me tell you, there are some tips that you can implement into your business to become a superhost and get added visibility, more sales, and just more revenue in general. Who's not going to love that? My number one tip is going to be communication. Communication is key. Okay, you want to have a good response rate when it comes to your guests. Me, for example, I have 100% response rate within an hour for my guests, and that is, superb. Okay, we want to really aim for something along those lines, just because then it shows that our guests can rely upon us whether they come across an issue or not when they are at the property, or maybe they just have general questions, they want to extend the reservation, maybe they want to add a guest or pet, and so on and so forth. Okay, communication is really a big key to being able to become a superhost. So really just ensure that you are responding every single time that you can. And if you can't, now let's just say that you're a busy bee like I am, make sure that you have implemented procedures with other people to ensure that when you are not available, somebody else is. Okay, like I have an entire team, and that's just mainly because I own a real estate brokerage and property management company. But like, if you're a sole person, you can create a business for your own investments. You know what I'm saying? So like, do it if you're gonna do it. Don't just do like the half-ass, like, oh yeah, I'll respond when I want to. Number 2 is gonna be about creating realistic expectations just across the board. Okay, when you talk to your guests, when you are making your listing, your rules, your like everything, okay, be realistic with your guests. Do not be like, hey, you can do whatever you want here, man, come and party, because then they're gonna think that, okay? And if they think that, then like, don't get mad at them when they go and they throw a party at your house and then you're like, why is my house trashed? Obviously we have Airbnb cover for that, air cover, whatever it's called. But also we don't want to rely on that because, like, let me tell you, I have had some damage at my property and Airbnb was just like, meh. So, yeah. Let's create expectations from the get-go. Okay, when we're listing about a property, let's be realistic about the property. If the property has imperfections, let's boast the imperfections, okay? Oh, you don't have internet? Guess what? Come to this Airbnb property that doesn't have internet and be swept away by the freedom of actual real life. No more worrying about working on the go, because you are now in a location where you have to chill the fuck out. Okay, bam, sold. I'm going right now. Okay, anything that you have that's like an imperfection, boast it. Obviously, if you have repairs or maintenance that you have to do those. Don't boast those. Okay, we got some rules and restrictions here. But seriously, create a realistic expectation for your guest. If your property is going to be a little bit difficult to find, say it. If your property is going to be a little bit of a noise burden when you are on the, eastern perimeter of the property line, say it. Okay, just be realistic. Don't overpromise. Be real. Okay, people like real. They don't like the bullshit. Okay, no more bullshit. Don't say that you live in a fairy tale land and then it's not a fairy tale land. I would be very disappointed, especially if I came to see the unicorns. Okay? If you say that there's unicorns, there better be fucking unicorns, okay? Not like the bullshit with like a horn taped to a horse, okay? No, real unicorns, okay? That's kind of, it's ridiculous, but it's realistic, okay? Now, additionally, I would say cleaning is going to be your next biggest thing, okay? Create a clean, welcoming environment that makes people go, wow, not, because if people are going, they're not going to come back, and they're not going to leave you good reviews, okay? We want to make people go, wow, whoa, what the heck? Wow, look at this. Wow, this is such a cool mouse. Wow, oh my gosh. Look at these headphones with this wire, like we really want people just to like feel like they can have an experience, okay? If you give me headphones that have cat ears that light up and have LED, I'm going to be obsessed, because you want to know why? Because I freaking love cat ears and LEDs, okay? So if you're telling that to the guest, that that's going to be there, give it to the guest, okay? And the cleanliness of everything needs to be superb. You cannot be like, if you are giving people headphones, for example, I'm just throwing things out there, guys, like giving random examples, okay? You're giving people headphones to work on a computer at your property, for example. You better make sure that those fucking headphones are disinfected and clean, because I'm not telling, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not in any way going to a hotel, using somebody else's headphones, and being like, oh my god, is this earwax? You know, like, it's disgusting. It's just like the same as that concept of getting into the bed. I don't want to see, you know, stains of sorts all over. That's disgusting. Like, what the hell is this shit? Okay, we don't want to see that. If the bed is disgusting, get a new bed. If the couch is gross, get a new couch or clean it. It's very simple. Also, let's make sure that our pricing is correct and we're not being over the top with it. If we're like, hey guys, my house is $500 per night, it better be a $500 night experience. I better have shit to do, or I better be in a location or a combination of the two that justifies that price, okay? Don't expect to come over to Palm Bay, Florida and be like, yeah, so for this one bedroom, you know, you could end up paying me $500 and that gives you access to a backyard that's not fenced, doesn't have a pool. And like, no, we're nowhere near to anything at all. And like, I really don't care, man. Just like, give me your money. Like, that's not the attitude to go into this with, okay? Nobody's gonna like that, okay? But just ensure, like, if you're doing economy, you got economy home. If you're doing luxury, you got a luxury home. You doing statement, it's a statement, okay? Like, you cannot have an economy home and be like, no, I'm luxury, I'm getting $500 a night, unless you have those specs and perks and experience to offer, okay? So just be realistic about your property, for one, and like, just stop with the bullshit. Again, people like to be real, they don't like the bullshit, okay? Give the people what they pay for and make sure that it's up to that expectation, okay? If I'm on the beach, obviously I'm charging you an arm and a leg, whereas if I'm inland, I'm not going to charge you as much because I don't have all of the features of the beach side, okay? But also, I'm understanding that I do have a pool. So, like, you have to be able to understand where your pricing is, because not only can this affect your reviews, this can also this can affect the guest experience, and it can also leave you in a position where you're going to have to do a lot more digging out of a hole than planting a garden and having beautiful flowers at the end of the, you know, the year. So just ensure, again, that your expectations and everything is just aligned perfectly. Upgrades in your home are another awesome way to be able to give a guest a great experience. Now, I know solar is really cool, but I wouldn't go and put a $50,000 system on my single family house because of a guest that's going to come and, like, you know, be there for a night. I just don't see the value in that. Plus, it's not going to do anything for me. Like, it really isn't. Like, for the most part, for the first, like, few years, you know, you're basically paying what you would pay on typical electricity, and it's just kind of like, why would I put myself in that much debt when I could buy a pool, or, like, you know, put a fence around a yard, or like add some cool fucking features. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's much better ways to use that money instead of doing that type of upgrade. However, a really cool upgrades, just to run you down the quick list, simple list, not going to go too much into too many items, but like making it so that the property can be accessed very easily. Like, keyless entry is great. Having smart locks are great. Security systems on the exterior perimeter, not looking at any type of private perimeter or location, is great. Also, just having a very, like, automated system when it comes to, like, the processes and questions. So, like, having your internet information filled out in the listing, having your procedures kind of outlined before the guest gets there. I like to have like guest books that basically share what to do around the area, local restaurants, activities, parks, beaches, like all of that type of stuff, because if you think about it, the people that are coming to the area, they may not know the area, so having that for them is like, it's great for them to be like, wow, this host actually cares. Backup plans are another amazing way to just ensure that you are having the best type of experience. So, like, I have a lot of technology at my properties where it's like keyless entry, smart access, or like something along these lines. I always have a backup key at my property. All of my properties always have backup keys. We change the codes regularly, so there's never like a opportunity that can, where people can abuse that. But just like also ensuring that no matter what we have, there's some type of backup, and if like it's a feature that needs to get repaired, that we come and repair it. If we can do it while the guest is there, great. But if they're checking out and they report it like at checkout, then obviously we can't do that then. But we still had the backup key, so it's like we give you all the information, like here's access to the backup key, here's access to all this stuff, but like also, here's the procedures. Should A not work, you have B to fall back on. And this really just helps also in the event that you're not necessarily available within a very quick time, like I'm talking like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, for the guests to be able to do it themselves and figure it out and help themselves. Okay, a lot of guests love that help myself feature. We don't really want to talk to each other necessarily, because we want to have a good experience. You know what I'm saying? When I go to a hotel or a property, I am not wanting to talk to the host. Sorry. I just want to go to the property, enjoy, and leave. Okay? I don't want to be like, hey, the air conditioner is not working. Like, that's horrible experience for me. But like at the same time, I'm realistic, so I'll be like, hey, if that did happen, I would be like, this happened, and then I would expect them to fix it within a reasonable time, or give me some of my money or all my money back. So those are like the primary tips I'm going to give for now. I do have a lot more tips, and we could go into this for hours and hours and hours, but where's the fun in that? I would just be doing one huge video instead of multiple. So if you guys have any questions about becoming a Superhost, let your girl know down below. Make sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe, like, share, and comment, just because it helps my channel grow and it helps me be able to provide more resources and education to you guys for free, which is just an awesome plus and benefit of that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to text me or call me at 201-952-4665. You can also email me at broker@localpnc.com. Now, additionally, if you guys are looking for property management services that are in the state of Florida, hit your girl up, because we do the entire state for the most part, except for the Panhandle. So I just want you guys to understand that, because I know that we're kind of like competing with like companies like Evolve, for example, and many others that are out there. I can't remember their names, but our fees have, as of December 2024, been changed to 10% for full service property management on short-term vacation rentals, and that is a steal, you guys. That means you're no longer paying 10% just for a booking service. That means that you're paying 10% for full service short-term rental vacation rental management. That's fucking stellar. That's about the same exact price that you're paying for a typical standard investment property. Okay, I don't know many people that do that, but we can get into the details if you guys are looking for professional management when you guys give us a call, text, or email. And again, I just really, really appreciate you guys supporting us, and I cannot wait to make more videos for you guys. So I will see you on the next one. Thanks again. Bye.